I'm Batman.
Damaso back at it again, this time with a 32 gigabyte Batman themed image. As you see, you got this belt in front of you with all the different belt buckles representing different systems. This has about 6,500, just shy of 6,500 games, or 65,052. It is a Batman themed game. There's even a little Batman button around here somewhere. There you go. Over 35 Batman games, some hack games, and some of the original games. Everything from the PlayStation Batman game, the Mame arcade game, PC Engine, Amiga, Game Boy Advance, SNES, Mega Drive, Game Boy, all the different Batmans to honor the 30th anniversary of Batman. Who played the best Batman? Go ahead and leave it in the comments below who you think it is, or who played the best Joker as well. But without further ado, what we're going to do is we're just going to jump into this, show you the image. It's just a really basic, nothing fancy, no video snaps, nothing super fancy. It's on RETROPIE 4.4.2. So really, I think where a lot of people are going to like this image is if you're a fan of, fighting games, wrestling games, Batman. This is a down and dirty, really clean, really easy, no bells and whistles gaming image. So let's check it out. So first thing people like to know, it's 28.7 gigabytes. That's 30,887,203,000 bytes. I have it on a SanDisk Ultra 32 gigabyte card, and it fits fine. I still have plenty of space left over for games and things like that. This image does have, everything up to Nintendo. It even has one Dreamcast game, and then like 7 Nintendo 64. But other than that, everything is lower systems as far as generations go. There you go, 7 Nintendo 64 games total. Something about Damaso is he really likes, I've found, racing games, wrestling games, Batman, fighting games. You'll see a lot on that image, so a lot of those types of games on this image. So if you're into those type of games and you can, throw away those puzzle games and other games like that you don't care about, this is definitely going to be the image for you. It does have Easy Hacks Toolkit, by the way. So what are some interesting things? Well, it has this Batman theme already pre-installed. As I mentioned, he has hacks in other games and fan favorites, especially if you like those genres of games that I mentioned earlier in the video. If you go to options over here, it is 4.4.2. You do have the Auto Amiga install on here. You also have Easy Hacks Toolkit, and then you have everything else is pretty standard on here. So no bells and whistles. PlayStation games, you got a total of 16. So still a nice little collection, especially for a 32 gigabyte. But as I mentioned, sports games. I forgot to mention he likes sports games as well as far as genres. So fighting games, racing games, wrestling, sports, fighters. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Ports, you do have the open bore Beats of Rage. When you click into here, you should get access to a lot of those games. You're finding this on a lot of images recently. This is kind of the normal install of it. It's nothing fancy when you click into that. I know a lot of other image creators like Virtual Man have made a whole setup within Emulation Station for that, which is pretty clean, but it's just a basic install on those. A lot of those you will need a keyboard for, though. Just do keep that in mind. PSP games, you have, it looks like they're all PSP mini games. Some of the classics there. PlayStation, we already went through those, 16. Genesis 32X, 31. So not the whole 32X collection, but a lot of them. A lot of the fun ones, at least. No Terminator, though. Oh, no, that's Genesis. I'm going to take a CD. What do we have? Yeah, we got the Terminator. Cool. Again, not all the... So Sega 32X, pretty much all of them. I think it's missing 1 or 2 games. Sega CD, a little smaller of a collection. Sega SG 1068, Super Nintendo 902, and it has a little subfolder here at the top called Super Famicom games. If you click into that, you'll actually get into those games. It also has the hacks, as you see. For example, a Super Mario thing is a hack, and that's why there's no image there, no box art or anything like that. Vectrix 21, Virtual Boy 19, WonderSwan Color 19. So Batman, here's what you're all here for. Honoring Batman and all the Batman games. Lots of, you got which system is this for? Return of the Joker, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Arcade, the PlayStation for Arcade, Amiga, Batman Returns, some cool games. Computers, Family Computer System, 116. Sega Genesis Hack, so 24. Again, you can access those through the regular Genesis as well. King of Fighter games, so it's going to be for all the different systems, but as you know, mostly for Neo Geo. Mortal Kombat games, nice little collection of those. The Nintendo Hacks, 88. What is this? PC Engine CD-ROM. Super Famicom 125, but again, you can access that in the SNES box as well. And then Hacks, you can also access these. They're scattered throughout the SNES folder as well, just within the SNES games. Street Fighter games, a lot of them. If you like Street Fighter, here you go. As you see, most of the box art is here. As I mentioned, this isn't like a super clean. It's just, you know, if you want a game, you know, this will be good for the Raspberry Pi 3B and B+. The B because you don't have any of those bells and whistles and things that are going on. It does have background music, by the way. It has about 10 Batman tracks that it shuffles through. What I did was it doesn't have the script on here on the emulation station, so I just went into the ROMs directory and deleted the music out of the music folder under ROMs. Collections, you have his picks, Neo Geo Mini, NES Mini, SNES Mini, for you guys that want to be, you know, check out the exact games that came with those mini systems. And then his picks are kind of cool. You can see like what games he likes. He has really good taste in games, I would have to agree. So if you're new to retro gaming or you're showing somebody retro games, is a good place to be, which is the actual, oh, there's some puzzle games on here as well. It's a good place to start, you know, especially to introduce people to really good games. All right, lots of wrestling games as well. All right, and then All Games 6500 favorites. You can add or remove this really easily. Just press start on your controller, go over to games collection. You can go ahead and remove favorites, or you can add last played as well. I'm just going to go back here really quick though. Amiga 98 games. You may have to start the emulator up here, change the processor for those to work. But other than that, it should work no problem. Atari 2600, 505, 7861, Atari Lynx 85, ColecoVision 140, and then we're back at Dreamcast, one game there. It's just Marvel vs. Capcom 2. FBA, Final Burn Alpha, you got a pretty full collection there, 127. Family Computer Disk System, 144. Nintendo Game & Watch, 54. Game Gear, 228. Game Boy, 505. Game Boy Advance, only 59. Just some of the favorites. You know, there's over 1,000 titles for that system, so not, you know, just loading it up. Game Boy Color, 451. Intellivision, 120. Mame Arcade, 666. Is that the sign of the beast? Is that a reference there? Did you delete some games just to get it at the 666? I don't know. But here you go. Not all the artwork is perfect, but, you know, that's harder to do with the MAME sets, but quite a bit here. And as you see, you know, he doesn't just, it's not just a big dump of games, you know, just a big ROM pack. You know, these are all legit games, legit fun games. Sega Master System 143, Sega Genesis 728, and again, you can go up to the top here, and they're okay. So this one, the hacks are in. They're just scattered within the games as well. It was just for the Super Famicom where it was different. So Nintendo 64, these games do run decent on the Raspberry Pi, so he left those games on there. Neo Geo, the whole collection, 144, and then NES 993. So this is what I was talking about. There's a folder at the top for translations, and then the hack games, though, there are hack games within the whole collection here as well. Okay, so that's why they're so high. And Neo Geo Pocket 6, Neo Geo Pocket Color 37, TurboGrafx 16, 148, and then we're back at ports. So let's go ahead and go to his picks, and we'll pick out some games. So maybe we should start with a Batman arcade game.
I'm Batman. Shield's over. Ra'TROPIE is cleaning out access chemicals.
What is it? Black card? Start select out of there. So we do have bezels for the Oh, bad timing. All right, so there you have it. I'm gonna have to give this one a B+ or so. Really good work on Hursty for making a really cool Batman theme. Like I said, it's 32 gigabyte, really small. It's peppy because there's just not a lot going on here, which is great. I mean, to me, it reminds me back when there was just a lot of carbon-themed RetroPie images, and they just worked, you know, and it was nice collections, good games, and you didn't care about all that little bloat stuff. But it does still have loading screens. You know, it shows you the system you're loading. It does have bezels. It is, you know, set up for all your controls and things like that. It does have Easy Hacks Toolkit installed. It does have the correct emulator cores all, you know, hooked up for you. So, I mean, it's just a good image overall. I mean, it's definitely, for what it is, it's doing that. So, there's just a lot of other images out there that are just crazier, more blinged out. But don't let that steer you from not trying this one out. It's definitely cool. I think it's great to have a themed image, especially if you got a friend who's really into Batman. I mean, get him a Batman Raspberry Pi case, slap this in there, give it to him as a gift. I think they're going to love you, and it's something really, really cool. So with all that said, that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.